Welcome to Cover Calypso, where I, Dove, force my co-recappers, Raven and Wing, to judge a book by its cover. This week we're doing Sweet Valley High number 6, Dangerous Love. Guys, what do you see and what do you think this is all about?
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
you can't help but think the word wee.
Well, for a start, they're not wearing helmets, which is very, very dangerous.
And do you think that ties in? Or it's just a banging indictment of people who don't wear helmets?
Again, I say, She looks... Okay, honestly, the cover, which I'm going to assume is Jessica, because I'm not entirely sure I can believe Elizabeth getting on the back of a motorcycle without a helmet. She kind of looks not just like the bike is a shock and he's maybe driving quickly or drilling her or something, but that she has sat on something that she did not expect. So that's an interesting face she's making. Also, if they're actually supposed to be moving and he's bending like that, they're about to lay that bike down.
I mean, are we sure it's even a bike? Could this be Stephen and Jessica and he's back on the fucking lawnmower?
It is not Stephen, and it is not a lawnmower.
Okay.
That's clearly some sort of bike. Potentially not a motorcycle, but I think it's still pretty clear it is a motorcycle, too.
Yeah, it's meant to
Probably
be
a small one, though.
That is a young Adam Sandler as well, as the actual...
I can't see that at all.
I can see it. Something in the nose and the side of the mouth. I could see it.
The hands are quite spooky, I think.
Oh, yeah.
How many knuckles has he got?
I'm talking about her hand.
I was talking about her hands, but his hands also, pretty shocking.
Yeah, that's fair.
They look like, sort of like your granddad's arthritic knuckles. You know? They look... His hands are scaring me now, and now I can't unsee it.
There is no way. So she has her left arm up over his shoulder with her palm flat against his chest. I am pretty sure her shoulder is dislocated to make that actually work.
The only way that's actually working is if she's riding that bike side saddle.
Yeah,
which
fair.
Is
that's fair.
Very, very bizarre if she is.
Yeah.
So, on the one hand, this is about, I don't know, Jessica. I think I'm going to go with Elizabeth, because I think Elizabeth wears yellow and Jessica wears pink and obviously the slutty colours, whatever they are. So I think this is Elizabeth, and she's dangerously going out with somebody who's got a bike. Either that, or I'm going to go back to tennis, because it's got the word love in it, and I think that the twins are playing tennis with grenades, and Jessica's playing tennis with grenades off screen, and these two are just watching it, and they're like, wow, this is shocking. Let's get out of here on our bike before Jessica lobs one our way. Yeah.
Shortest NaNoWriMo idea ever.
Love it. Okay. So I will argue that Elizabeth does wear pink, because we had a cover just a couple weeks ago that she was wearing pink to blend into the background.
But that was for the purpose of subterfuge.
Fair.
I think she borrowed that off Jessica, because she was like, I'll wear this because Jessica will think that I'm her.
It's just a mirror.
Yeah,
just a
it's
mirror
a mirror
image.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually think he's probably right, and it is Elizabeth, kind of with the extra shock in her face. That's very much, oh dear, what have I done? But not tennis with grenades, though that's just inspired. I think Jessica's been dating all of these older men the past couple books, trying to get attention from their parents. So Elizabeth realizes she too is going to have to lash out. Else she be stuck doing all the housework because her brother can't do it because he's a boy, and her sister's off with older men and apparently Bruce Patman getting STIs. So she decides the way to rebel is to lead into rebel without a cause and grab a guy with a motorcycle. She regrets it immediately when she realizes the second seat involves a couple other thrusting things she was not prepared for. So basically it's also a porn.
Okay, well, a couple of things. First of all, loath as I am to defend Stephen, he is at university living in the dorms, just to defend him for not doing any housework. And second of all, do you guys want to know who's in the picture?
Sure.
Is it Bruce Patman again?
No, that
Thank
is
God.
Elizabeth and Todd.
That is
That's
not
Todd
Todd.
Wilkins.
No.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Good to know.
Legitimately did not see that coming. Wow. Huh.
Shocking twist, eh?
Yeah.
Good thing I blanked out the tagline.
Yes.
Okay. So to recap, I can't remember what you all said now because I'm fixated on Wing thinking it's porn.
I've just talked it. I don't actually think it's porn. I just like to talk it around to porn because you were so aghast last week.
Okay. So Wing thinks Elizabeth has decided to rebel, following on from the rest of her family being fuckwits. She figured, why can't I be one? And has hooked up with an older boy with a motorbike. And Raven, did you think much the same thing?
No, I thought it was tennis with grenades.
Tennis with grenades, of course. How could I forget that? Okay. Well, that's just gallopingly wrong, all of you. So, surprisingly enough, tennis and grenades, spoilers, not going to show up at all in this series. But to find out what really happened, join us for the recap, which comes out on Monday. Thank you, and see you next week for Cover Calypso.